Guys, H1Mayo here, and today we are going to be having ourselves episode number 36 of the Viewer VoD series. If you guys enjoyed this video or would like to see more content from me, make sure you guys leave a like and subscribe to the channel. With all that being said, let's jump into the VoD itself.
There should be a smoke playing behind the shield.
Alright, first mistake I'm seeing here is you obviously have the Thermite and the Ace, so those are your two hard breachers. But you're face checking way too much. You're kinda, I don't know, you're peeking pipe door over here, you're peeking the right side, the left side. I mean, you still have a drone. Your drone got shot in prep phase. But you have a drone to use, and yet you're still face checking. Even if you aren't a support player, it's usually good to drone. It's kind of a staple in Rainbow Six Siege, so. Yeah, see, like your friend came over after you got there, and he is now the first person to drone this area.
Smoke.
Okay, this is a huge mistake right here. This is absolutely a huge mistake. So, I'm not sure if it'll be in the video, but I believe that Thatcher is a friend that the Ace is queued with. And he called out previously that there was a smoke elbow. Okay? So, opening this wall before you take elbow control is going to make it much harder. Because now, instead of having to worry about the door over here and elbow, the smoke playing there with the shield, I'm assuming, now you have to worry about this angle here through E-Box. So instead of having two angles to worry about, left and right, the door and the hallway to the left, elbow, now you have to worry about the third when you could have just had two to worry about. If this wall here, this wall that I'm marking with the X, that's E-Box wall, okay? And that room, that small little closet, is called E-Box. If this wall is reinforced like that, that is a huge advantage to your attacking team that it was pretty much given for free. So definitely take advantage of that. Do not open this wall until you have some sort of presence or have made the defenders leave elbow. Because now you just made your job twice as hard by opening this angle where the defenders can swing from, play pillar, etc.
Loading new mag.
Nomad's pillar already. Jesus.
Okay, if Nomad's pillar, then you guys should be contesting elbow. So everything that I just said that could have gone wrong didn't, because now you have a teammate elbow, which is the Nomad, so she has all of this area in control. That's all in her control. There could be someone ratting an E-Box maybe, but it's unlikely. So now you guys need to start working elbow. You have the Thatcher, which is really good for disabling any ADSs or my magnets. You also have the Thermite, I believe, is still bunker, if I'm not mistaken. And then obviously your Ace, Selma, can destroy any shield. So you have all the utility necessary to destroy, disable, burn, whatever it is to deal with this elbow player. So that's the next step that you and your attackers should be looking for, which is good to see. You come on. You have to know that there's going to be some sort of a Jaeger ADS or my magnet there. You've probably played this map enough to the point where you should not be making that mistake. And if you still make the mistake, then drill it into your mind. I don't care if you lose the game. If you make a mistake like that, that's a huge piece of utility wasted. Pretty much because you were careless and you were just lazy. You know, you could have communicated to the Thatcher or the Thermite, hey Thermite, do you have flashes? Burn the ADS elbow. Thatcher, throw an EMP. Now it's important that the Thatcher doesn't throw his EMP into the ADS, and he keeps it a little bit short so that way it doesn't get caught, but you get what I'm saying. That was just a careless, thoughtless piece of utility wasted.
Another ADS, dude.
We are 2 minutes into the round, and you have yet to drone. You are now in a 2v4 situation. 1, because you neglected the elbow player. And 2, you and your team is not getting any information. The only drone I saw so far during this round was in prep phase and the Thermite droning. Or sorry, the Thatcher droning. I guess Thermite droned as well. I saw 3 people drone in 2 minutes. That's the opposite of what you want to do on attack. You should be droning, getting information. You also just threw 1 smoke grenade and 1 Selma into another ADS. Drone the utility elbow. You're being lazy right now, to put it simply. You're being lazy. You're not droning. You're not burning, you're not communicating, you're just expecting things to go your way. That's not how Siege is played. You have to make things go your way, especially if you are on attack. Because the defenders are going to do everything in their power to hold a power position like elbow. This guy playing elbow right now has not used one smoke canister and not used a single bullet to defend you guys off. And yet, look at the position you're in. You have a 2v4 with a minute 15 left in the round. And you still have not dealt with the elbow player. Don't open this wall. Worry about the elbow player first. You are pretty much neglecting him. And look at the situation you guys are in now. This is a sloppy attack, to say the least.
Oh, she's still up there. She's still up there. She's right on the ladder. She's coming down. Never mind, she's right on ping. By the stairs. She's going down the stairs, Ash.
Yep.
Okay, those were good calls from you. That was a good drone and good calls. That pretty much led to a free kill. That's what you should have done last round. Relying on your drone, relying on information.
I have anything on the wall?
Keep in mind, just because your drone gets shot in prep phase does not mean that you don't have any other drones. You still have a drone.
Let the remote.
You're hunting for kills in 40 seconds in a round. If you have 40 seconds, 30 seconds in a round, and you know someone's in here, even if he is in here, let's just say the Mozzie, you got, obviously, again, you guys don't know what I'm talking about. There was a Mozzie who killed someone offsite, I can't remember who. And then he got a call later on that the Mozzie was in classroom. If you are in a situation like this, you would probably want to just go straight site, because that means you have less people on site to fight, which is the ultimate objective. You could be chasing this Mozzie in classroom, again, hypothetically, if he's not there, let's just say he is. You could be chasing him for the remaining time in a round, and instead of going for the objective, trying to win the round, you try to get one sole kill. But instead, you could have eliminated him off of your objective list, and worried about the 3 other people on site, and then force the Mozzie to rotate back site, or maybe go for a lucky nitro, or whatever it may be. This might be enough time wasted for you just to lose a round. Okay, so it was a bandit instead, but...
Is mayonnaise an instrument?
We have no cams.
The way you're playing is you're playing like you're not going to win the round. You have to keep in mind this is Rainbow Six Siege. It takes 1 bullet to kill someone to the head. All you need is 3 bullets in theory. You never know. You could hit the 3 nicest shots of your entire life if you go for this round. You don't know that, because you're baiting, you're holding angles with 20 seconds left. That's not how you win a round or clutch a round. If you want to get better at the game, don't play for your KD. Play for the clutch, so the next time you're in a clutch situation, you don't end up just baiting, not knowing what to do, not using your utility, not droning, not baiting out the enemy out of their position, etc. The more you try to clutch, the better you are going to get at clutching. Bottom line, you are not going to be better at clutching if you simply just sit on a staircase, hold angles, bait for KD, whatever it is. That's not how you're going to get better at the game. So you can be fine playing in Gold 1 for the rest of your life. Doesn't really affect me. But what I'm trying to tell you is going to make you a better player. And that's on you, whether you want to listen or not. So you got to cut out the baiting. This is the second round where you just kind of sat, stalemate, didn't really do much, stalled out, and you ended up just holding an angle for the remaining time in a round. And you're probably going to die again, to be honest.
15 seconds left. 10 seconds left.
Behind you, I think.
5 seconds.
Sure.
Alright, so you didn't fully commit there. Let's be honest with each other here. You kind of half-assed it, if I'm going to be transparent. Also, you knew that Legion was prone. If you play enough of the game, you would very easily be able to tell the audio cue of someone going prone. So that could have been a free kill if you understood the audio cue. And then it could have been a 1v1 situation. Again, that's how fast a round could go from a 1v3 to a 1v1. You kill the Mozzie flanking. You have, let's just say, 10 seconds left. You hear the Legion go prone. You fry him. You roughly have 7 seconds. You never know. You could run into the last enemy, hipfire headshot him, 1 bullet headshot him. You never know what's going to happen. I will say you committed more than last round, but it wasn't by much. So all I really have to say for these situations is you have to commit. If you're not communicating with your team, droning things, communicating where utility placement is, what you need, what drones you need, what you need people to do, whatever it is, whatever will make your team's jobs easier, and you're not communicating that, then I don't know what to tell you. It's important that you keep in mind the objective. You're going to have obstacles trying to get to that objective, but ultimately it's up to you and your team to figure out how to go over those objectives. I would definitely say communicate a lot more with your randoms. I think you're 2 stacked.
You're out of time.
It's you and 1 buddy or something like that, but yeah. Yeah, see this guy? Look at this. This guy is right here. You guys can't see him because the quality isn't going to be the same from my screen to the YouTube video. But this guy is right here. He's in Gen. Right next to your breach. Let's just say you kill the Legion. You have 5 seconds left. You hear him shuffle. You hear whatever it is. He gives you an audio cue to I'll let you know that he's to your left somewhere. That could have been the round right there. And you could have gotten one of the coolest things you've ever done in Rainbow Six Siege. But you still half-assed it. That's what I'm saying. Like, you gotta commit, my man.
Bandit playing lockers.
Freebie. That was a good thing to do there.
Do you want to push tower? And I'm gonna.
It's usually pretty common to see someone rotating through the white hallways. So yeah, it's a good early pick for you guys. The only issue that I have right now is you kind of gave up on hard breaching. You always need a hard breacher, unless you're playing coastline. I mean, to be honest, you literally always need a hard breacher, no matter what map. Like, there's going to be some sort of reinforced wall that is going to be an issue. It's just that on certain maps, those reinforced walls aren't as much of an issue compared to others, which allows you to kind of skim by without having that hard breacher. So this isn't a map to skim by on, though. I'll tell you that much. I played this map in ranked a lot, and I played it in comp a lot. This is a map very similar to Clubhouse, where it requires 2 hard breachers most of the time. You kind of gave up on your team and just dropped the hard breacher. I've been there, done that, but at least communicated to someone, hey, not really feeling hard breaching right now. Can someone else play it? Instead, you kind of just picked Sophia, didn't really say much. And kind of left it up to your team to notice it.
Drone activate.
Bandit, I think.
You guys could plant right now, but nobody has the diffuser, which you just now noticed.
I'm in sight.
The diffuser already could have been put
Where's
down.
the fuse?
What are you doing? Bro, what are you doing?
Got
The
it.
diffuser is now secured.
Bruh. Go sight with the diffuser. Holy smokes.
Mission successful.
Holy smokes.
That was a good execute right there. Showers.
Yes, sir.
Now for Op 4 attempting to defuse your bomb.
Okay. Alright, let's talk about these ADS placements a little bit here. Okay. Bad ADS. Why? Can be shot from trophy door. Okay. Let's talk about this other ADS. I'm going to teach you guys a little trick, okay? Alright, so you guys see this wooden beam right here that goes on the ceiling, and then it meets the wall, and then it goes down the wall. Alright, so when you put an ADS on the floor where this one is placed, it makes it longer and more detectable, revealing its position, which also makes it easier to shoot. So, what you need to do for anyone who wants to play Jaeger in the future on this map, always put the ADS on the wall and place it on the right side of this wooden beam. So place it on the right side. I usually put it crouch level. If you put it as close to the cabinet as you can, it cannot be shot from the door here. Alright? So just a little tip for you guys. Mike, thank you for getting the sub, my man. I appreciate it.
I'm stuck.
Thank you, thank you.
Can I come to you or no?
No, he's stuck.
No, I'm just gonna play time, I guess.
Why are you stuck, Step Vigil?
I'm gonna put my shield on blue door, the one going to pillars. I'm just gonna make him waste his utility.
Alright, so let's talk about this rotate here for a sec. You never want to put this rotate on this side, at least in my opinion. You always want to put the rotate on the X wall here. So I'm gonna, let's put an X on this wall. Let's put a square on that one. So if you put the rotate on this wall, on the right side here, this serves the attackers a few more purposes than the left wall would if they do get control of elbow without reinforcing it off. Ideally, what you would want to do here for anyone who has not played Oregon or played Oregon at a strategical level, like I guess you could say, because I consider this a pretty default thing. But it is very common to bring a shield, Jaeger, and Wamai, stack a whole bunch of utility, very similar to how the smoke was playing when the VoD's perspective was on attack. Stack utility there, shield, and then have someone play there. So, firstly, this is not a good rotate because if you put the rotate on the right side, the person freezer can't contest it as well as if it was on the left side. Another reason, if the attackers get elbow control, with the wall still being open on the right side how it is, they have free passage back and forth between these two sections, from the rotate itself to elbow, which is over here somewhere. Let's just say on that X here. Okay? So, they have this reinforcement that I just marked to cover them, and they can play close on the wall. But if the left wall was reinforced, then they would have to cross a rotate somewhere in that area to get access to the reinforcement on the right side. A third reason, the attackers can play elbow, which is the 90 corner in bunker, where the shield is commonly placed, and they can hold an angle all the way through both of these rotates and cut off a decent amount of sight rotation. So those are three things off the top of my head, just from looking at the situation. So, again, it's all personal preference, but it is much more favorable for the defenders if you do put the rotate on the left side, because I promise you, there will be situations, if you extend every single round when you go basement floor on Oregon, where you will not be able to reinforce the elbow wall off. So, I prefer the left side from the right, and that's why. Just a little piece of information there for anyone who
Just gonna make him waste
is kind of curious which side you should put the utility on. Or sorry, the rotate. Oh my god. Mayo spot.
Bro, what are these guys doing?
Bro, I own elbow in Oregon.
Up. They pushed up on shield.
So this is exactly what I'm talking about here. What I was just talking about. So instead of the rotate being on this side, the attackers won't be able to cross the rotate without being shot by the freezer player, which you are currently playing. But instead, they can be anywhere on this side of the reinforcement and you have no idea. Now, you could go off audio calls, but it'd be much better to, you know, make the attackers' jobs harder, right? That's what I was saying when you were attacking bunker on attack. The defenders are always going to try to make your jobs harder by whatever they do. So, you want to do the exact same thing when you're on defense, but you made their jobs easier on elbow by reinforcing the left wall. You should be playing off your teammate here. Might be someone hard left. Okay, you checked it, which is good.
Where did Badger go?
There's no reason for you to be on that cam. There's no reason for, there's no reason for you to be front sight here. Alright, yeah, you know the back one's, the last one's back sight. The reason I say there's no reason for you to be here is because you have a yokai. Like, literally right here. You're also in Discord with someone. Literally tell them to get on the laundry yokai. That's it. That's all you have to do. Okay, so it's important that you have a little bit better situational awareness.
Op 4 eliminated. Mission successful.
Dude, there's so many bodies over here, dude. There's like 6 bodies.
Yeah, they all pushed there.
Jesus.
Okay, so let's talk about this Melusi here a little bit. So this Banshee is not a well-placed Banshee because I know that you guys see the lines here on the floor, but I don't think this will work. The reason for that is because Melusis are line of sight based. So if someone crosses on the far right side of the door, over here near this door frame, and they cross into sight, the Melusi probably won't even go off because you have to think about the angle from the fridge. So if the fridge is here, and then the door is here, you know, so there's no angle for the Melusi to detect an attacker. So yeah, that's not a very well placed Melusi. To be honest, what I would do here if I wanted to put one here, so there's 2 things that I would want to do. I would want to put it in a position where the attackers are uncomfortable meleeing it. So I would put it on the floor as close to the fridge as I could. Now there's 2 reasons for that. Again, I want to make the attackers exposed when they go to melee it, if they have to melee it. Obviously, Ash Charge, Nade, Zofia Impact, etc. Any sort of explosive will destroy the Banshee. But if they don't have that option, they have to melee it if they want to destroy it. Another reason to put it on the floor is because if you put it just like how it is on the fridge here, but on the other side, the side of the fridge parallel to the door frame, it will make it easier as a mouse movement to go from a crouch level to head level or crouch level again. While if you put it on the floor, as an attacker, you have to look down, melee, and then do a diagonal swipe to look behind where the Melusi's back is facing. Okay? So it's a little bit harder of a movement for the attackers, and it makes it a little bit more uncomfortable for them to react to if someone might swing them or they're getting shot at, etc. So those are small, minute, molecular things in this game that could lead to you getting a free kill just because you place a piece of utility different, whatever it is. You know, that's at least how I think in this game. So yeah, that is my 2 cents on this Melusi here. I would definitely put it on the floor, close to the fridge.
We're still castled.
What? Where are you relocating to? Like, where are you going right now? There's 45 seconds left and they just breached small tower wall, dining wall, like 30 seconds ago. Why are you just running around? Like, play the objective. You are the only piece of plant denial right now, which is a nitro cell. You might have impacts on Legion, and I don't think you have impacts on Castle anymore. So, I mean, unless you want to impact someone to death as planting, not as likely to kill someone as a nitro cell is. So you have to understand the position that you're in. You have no plant denial at all right now. You have none. Absolutely none. At least that is sight. You still have the nitro cell on your person, but you are obviously off sight. Like, you're just kind of running around looking for kills for no reason. You need to be playing for the win, not kills.
They're all over there. They have no upstairs control.
Mission critical. Bomb diffuser activated. Op 4 last stop standing.
If I'm going to be honest here, you're kind of lucky that your team cleaned up because I heard Ace smokes go down. I don't know if you guys heard it or understand the sound cue, but I heard smoke canisters go down. And if your team didn't go ballistic there, if Perks didn't get 2 kills, if the Legion didn't, and the Jaeger didn't get the last, this could be an overtime game right now, to be honest, because it was a 3v3 on site. You have to keep that in mind. You had 1, 2, 3 attackers, small tower side, and you were off site, resulting in a 3v3 between these 3 operators. Very easily could have been a 3v3 gunfight, and then it could have turned into a 2v1 or a 1v1, and you're off-site completely, and you have to either rip down the castle barricade or go green hall. You have to understand the position that you're in, my man. Just play site. Like, there's no reason for you to rotate at all. You went upstairs, said they have no upstairs presence. Why would you go upstairs thinking that they would have upstairs presence? If someone goes upstairs and they want to attack the bomb site, wouldn't you think they would use some sort of vertical play, like a breaching charge a breaching charge or a buck or a sledge? There was absolutely no vertical pressure being given by the attackers, and yet for some reason you still assumed that they were upstairs. You had no reason to think that. That was just kind of like, oh, I'm just going to kind of run upstairs, see what's going on up here. Like, there was no real thought or motivation, or there was really no reason for you to go upstairs at all. For you, in this VoD review, let's see here. Drone on attack. Be more vocal. Commit to clutch situations. Communicate with your team what you need, when you need it, and how you need it. On defense, don't run around the map with like a chicken with your head cut off. Don't get bloodthirsty. Play the objective. Give good communication. Think about utility placement more. Think about your positioning more. Those are 10 things that I gave you, okay? 5 on defense, 5 on attack. I'm pretty sure that's how I split it. And if you don't know what those 10 things are, then either you didn't pay enough attention during watching this VoD review, or this is directed towards the person who submitted the VoD, not someone who is just watching for entertainment purposes or educational purposes. This is specifically for the person who submitted the VoD. As I was saying, if you don't understand those 10 things that I just said to you, then you either weren't paying attention or you didn't care enough. So watch the VoD again if you actually want to get better. I forgot to mention in my last VoD review that the VoD form is open. There are 9 slots currently. I had 2 VoDs submitted in the time of me opening it last. So this is one of those 2, so there are 9 slots currently. Once it reaches 10 slots total, I'm going to close the submission. So if you want me to review your VoD and make a video on it, make sure you submit your VoDs to the link below in the description. All right? But yes, this is going to wrap up episode 36, I believe, of the Viewer VoD series, if I'm not mistaken. With all that being said, hope you guys enjoyed. Hey, description, social media. I'd appreciate if you guys went and checked those out. Maybe drop me a follow. I appreciate you guys watching. I hope you learned something new, and I'll see you guys in the next video.